Hi there, Julian from Easily, and today we're going to take you on a tour of Bing. So Bing is Microsoft's new entrant into the search engine market to compete with Google, and I'm running it on the new Safari browser on Windows Vista. So we've got the Bing homepage here, and they've been quite creative. It's obviously winter and it's Christmas time, and they've put some clever little things on here for you to click. So they've got something here, even if the sun is going down early tonight, it won't for this man. So if we click on that, we'll see a little bit of humor from Bing. And obviously they've shown us some videos of the Nick Kershaw song "The Sun Won't Go Down on Me." And what's quite clever with their video search results is if you hover over the video, it plays it in the thumbnail, and then you can obviously click on it to kind of see it in full screen. But that's relatively clever. It's quite a useful option to have. So if we go back to their homepage, bing.com. Right, so as with Google, they've separated it into web at the top, images, videos, and they've got some more links there. Towards the bottom, they have some relevant question statements, given the topic of the day, which can kind of draw some interest there as well. So if we put in as a search result Christmas in London and see what comes up, I've noticed that there hasn't been, okay, so they've got the search suggest here, the preferences, which you can turn on and off, which is cool. So if we do Christmas in London, see what comes up. So we've got Christmas in London, 10 top things to do. That's not a bad search result. Now on the right hand side, if you look quite close, if you look carefully, to the right hand side of the results, they've got an arrow. Hover over that arrow, and then it gives you more about the page, and kind of gives you an intro, some intro text about what's happening on the page there, which is relatively useful. And again, if you scroll down to each one, it has a similar option there for you. You'll also note on the right hand side there aren't that many sponsored links as you would have in Google, which perhaps gives the page a bit more of a cleaner feel to it. So if we come out of that, and if we click on images, let's have a look how they've done their image search. And two of the main things here is, three main things. If you hover over the image, it brings it to the front, and it gives you some options there, which are quite useful. And on the top right, they've got, similar to Windows Explorer, some ways in which you can view the images. So zoom large, show image details, and so on. So if we click on them, you can kind of see how it changes the view, which can be quite useful just from a usability perspective. And then on the left hand side, we've got options here to show small, medium, large. If you're just looking for wallpaper, then you would just get the wallpaper sized images, so which are quite 1280 by 1024. Click back onto all, and then layout, you'll get square, wide, tall. So if we just want to get tall type images, so the actual filter is relatively useful. Again, if we just click on black and white, for example, it helps you to quite easily filter out some of the images that you would potentially want to see, which I think is a relatively good option there for you to use. So if we go back to the web search, and if we click on videos, then again, as I mentioned to you before, the video pre-plays as you hover over them, and it's quite a clean layout, and you can filter best match, most recent, and so on and so forth. If we click on this tab, then it shows the video results in a more search page results, and you can, again, on the left hand side here, you can see them short, medium, long. You can pick the source, the resolution. So all of those are really quite useful things. If we now just go back to the main page, and if we click on shopping, what you'll notice is that we go to chow.co.uk, which has now been partnered with Google, and it's very much a shopping comparison / Kelku type website. So it's not strictly search results; it's more of a comparison engine, which is quite useful. Click on news. Again, they've filtered the page into the top news stories, and then the top news videos, and so on, which is and you've got some options on the left. You can select your news alerts and the different categories of news as you would on a news website. If we click on maps at the top there again, just to have a look at what they're doing on the maps, then what you'll see, if we put in a search location, London Bridge for example, then what it does is it gives you a more kind of London map book type image for the search results. And what's quite useful is that it brings up a box which shows you nearby stations, directions you can save, you can email, which is slightly different to what you get with Google Maps. And then on the left hand side here you've got some more nearby information, which is all very useful stuff. Just coming out of that, if you click on more, then it takes you to an overview of what you can get at a glance. They've got translator, they're on tour, they've got X ranks to see who and what everyone's searching for, but this in no way compares to the Google Labs or the different added value applications that Google provides. But given that Bing is still relatively young, we would imagine this to grow quite considerably. So just coming back to the home page, and we'll just click on one more of these just to give you an idea of Bing's sense of humour. We cannot guarantee it will snow in the UK, but if it does, you'll probably want to go here, but you won't need to pack your boots. And they've given us pictures of sunset beaches around the world. So thank you for that, Bing. And on the left hand side we've got some more filtered searches for that too. So that was a quick tour of the new search engine from Microsoft called Bing. Hope you've enjoyed it.